Good evening. You're watching Lookuptv. My name is Louis. It's time for the news.
Tonight on Lookup News, man jailed for life for marrying a 10-year-old girl. 3 minors burnt to death in suspected arson in Machakos County. Autopsy reveals LGBTQ activist Edwin Chiloba died of suffocation. And Ruto presides over AP recruits pass out in Embakasi, Nairobi County.
A Narok court has ruled with the ultimate sentence, smacking a 51-year-old man with life imprisonment after he pleaded guilty to defiling and marrying a 10-year-old girl, Saigulu Rorosereka, who appeared before Narok senior resident magistrate Felix Shianda, was faced with 2 counts of abuse, namely defiling a 10-year-old girl and marrying a minor. Cecilia Lubanga reports.
It is a sad state of affairs, but justice at last for the 10-year-old minor who had been married off to a 50-year-old man in Narok County.
Peter Lagat.
The 50-year-old has been slapped with life imprisonment on count of defilement and 3 years to the second count of early marriage, which he will serve concurrently. The senior magistrate noted in a ruling that the heinous act had a permanent psychological and physical effect on the young girl who had also undergone female genital mutilation before she was married and later underwent a cesarean section when giving birth.
With respect to count 1, the accused person is hereby sentenced to imprisonment for life. With respect to count 2, the accused person is hereby sentenced to serve 3 years imprisonment. The sentences will run concurrently and he has a right of appeal of 14 days against the sentence.
The court was told that the accused showed no remorse despite being warned of the magnitude of the offense and instead insisted that the young girl was his wife who he had married for 3 years. This comes in the wake of concerns over a trend where girls are exchanged for livestock and other items in the vast part of Narok County and other parts of the country that are still rooted to the retrogressive culture. Cecilia Lubanga, Lookuptv.
Patrick,
3 children lost their lives after their house was razed by fire last night in Kawedhe, Machakos County. The house is said to have been set alight by unknown people, and the incident is linked to a land tussle within the family.
A somber mood engulfed Kawedhe, Kangundo, Machakos County after 3 children aged 8, 6 and 7 respectively were burnt beyond recognition after their house was torched last night.
There was an attack in an homestead with one Richard Musyoki Mlili. Officers were mobilized from Kakuyuni and they dropped to the scene.
Confirming the tragic incident, Kangundo Sub-County Police Commander Zakaria Bitok say the 3, 2 boys and a girl, were asleep in their house when unknown people suspected to be their relatives allegedly torched their house over land dispute.
Later on it turned to be that the invaders set fire to the homestead, which the occupants disappeared into the bushes to hide, but 3 children who were sleeping in one of the houses got burned. They got burned beyond recognition, and their bodies were recovered after the fire had been put off. So this morning we are proceeding on with the investigation. We understand that there was a land dispute which has been ongoing for a while now.
It is alleged that there have been issues of land facing the nuclear family, where they were accusing each other of favoring one side and ignoring the other. According to Area DO Joyce Akini, The family had visited her office concerning land issues, and when negotiations bore no fruit, she advised them to visit the courts.
This family was in my office yesterday, and we tried to solve this amicably. And I could also bear witness that they had a long-standing dispute from the past decades. Yeah. So the matter surrounding this is purely on inheritance.
No suspect has been arrested in connection to the accident as investigations continue, with the area residents condemning the incident.
Wale wamepotea ni watoto ambao Mungu angetaka waweze kuishi. And I condemn to the highest this act which has happened here. Kwa sababu nchi yetu inatawaliwa na sheria.
Ian Keitani, Lookuptv.
An autopsy of Edwin Kiprotich Kiptoo, also known as Chiloba from Eldoret town, indicated that he was killed by stuffing pieces of fabric down his throat. The report also revealed the events that took place at the time of his murder.
Lead Chief Government Pathologist Dr. Johansen Odur, speaking after examining the body of the late Eldoret-based model Chiloba, has indicated that his nose and mouth were blocked using pieces of clothes that led to his suffocation.
What we concluded that could have led to the death of the late Edwin Kiprotich Kiptoo was what we call asphyxia, which is caused by smothering. Smothering is a blockage of the nose and of the mouth so that we cannot breathe. So that's what caused the death of the late Edwin Kiprotich Kiptoo.
Dr. Duor has also noted that they will need to further analyze the body to determine whether Chiloba was drugged, as there are no signs of resisting the murder.
What we ask ourselves also is, this a male, isn't it, adult, yeah? And why is it that there are no much injuries, isn't it, yeah? Is a question you should have actually asked me why. Also, as we are wondering why, but we are asking ourselves, was he drugged? Was he given a lot of alcohol so that now he could not resist? So based on that, the samples we've taken also for analysis, which will be taken to government analysts to see whether there's any chemical or any drugs which are in the body which could have caused him not resist when he was being smothered.
Chiloba's body was discovered decomposing inside a metal box in what sleuths privy to the ongoing investigations say was a disagreement with his close associate Jackton Odhiambo.
Hiyo watu walisema ni macho yametolewa ni sababu ya decomposition. Mwili ilikuwa naoza, na kwa kawaida mwili kama inaoza unaweza ona kama macho yametolewa lakini hajatolewa.
Community stakeholders have been called to educate the youth on the changes taking place in the world today so as to avoid similar cases in the future.
Tungeomba sana wale elders kutoka pande zote, wanaume, wanawake, waendelee kufunza wale watu wetu wadogo ndio wajue jinsi ya kuishi maisha ya wakati huu, kwa sababu dunia ya sahi inaenda mbio sana, vitu inabadilika. The world is sasa like a village, so kuna vitu mingi inaweza tendeka.
Edwin Chiloba's death has continued to receive mixed reactions on different social platforms, with the US government saying it will aid in investigations into the murder.
4.3 million Kenyans, among them 960,000 children, are facing starvation due to prolonged drought in the country. Speaking in Nairobi County, Cabinet Secretary for East African Community, the arid and semi-arid areas, Rebecca Miano, said that the government is making interventions to mitigate the situation.
As the country continues to fight prolonged deadly drought period it has ever experienced for 40 years, Kenya has been marked as the worst hit by drought in East Africa. While addressing media on the drought situation in the country, the Cabinet Secretary for the East Africa Community, Rebecca Miano, stated that though the state is trying harder to mitigate drought in the country, the situation may worsen due to the lack of rainfall.
Recorded currently to be affected or are food insecure in Kenya.
Miano noted that so far 4.35 million Kenyans are facing starvation in the country. Among them, 360,000 children are struggling to get food. The CS also noted that 2.5 million wildlife are also starving due to the lack of pasture. 3 counties which requires quick intervention due to the extreme drought includes Mandera, Samburu and Kwale County. The counties of Baringo, Isiolo, Garissa, Mandera, Marsabit, Narok, Turkana, Wajir, West Pokot and Kajiado County are also experiencing drought. The CS also warned that some part of evergreen counties, which are never used to drought, are also affected due to immigration and low rainfall received in the last rainy season. Such counties are Kirinyaga, Kiambu, Meru, Murang'a, Machakos, Nakuru, Elgeyo Marakwet, Siaya, Homa Bay and Migori County. On his part, the Chief Executive Officer of the National Drought Management Authority, Hared Hassan, encouraged farmers in the affected counties to sell their cattle to government agencies to avoid losses.
The government targeted all the arid counties and semi-arid counties in terms of the livestock uptake, where the county government and the national government and partners are involved to encourage farmers to sell their animals. And the exercise has been very successful. Yes, there might have been death, especially when they are migrating or they are moving from one location to other in search of pasture and water. Also, some of the animals have been transported from the affected counties to other counties which are in alarm state. So during that transportation, then we might have the death of livestock.
CS Miano, however, stated that interventions are in place to caution Kenyans by giving them relief food, repairing boreholes in the affected areas, providing animal feeds and cash transfer.
As I said in the statement, the interventions that we have include food relief, we have water tracking, we have nutrition, treatment for nutrition, provision of livestock feeds, and also even cash transfers.
Shadrack Kareria, Lookuptv.
President William Ruto has instructed police officers to do their work in diligence and professionalism for the benefit of the country. The President said this when he presided over the 58th Passing Out Parade at the Administration Police Officers was at Embakasi Camp in Nairobi.
Karibu tena sana Mheshimiwa Rais.
As he presided over the 58th passing out ceremony of 1,995 graduates in the Administration Police, President William Ruto has emphasized on the importance of every work.
Nawaambia askari wetu, sote tumekubaliana kazi ni kazi. Ile mimi nafanya kama rais, ile wewe utaenda kufanya kama askari, ile inafanyika pale na fundi akitumia nyundo ama akitumia randa, ile inafanywa pale ofisini na yule anatumia kompyuta. Hiyo yote ni kazi na ni majukumu ambayo kila mmoja wetu inafaa tutekeleze kwa uzalendo, tukijua ya kwamba ni mchango wetu katika kutengeneza Kenya yenye itatufaa sisi wote.
As he urged the recruits not to allow anyone to look down on their work, but to be patriotic as other jobs for the growth of the country.
Na nawauliza ya kwamba msikubali, na mimi kama kiongozi wa taifa sitaruhusu mtu yeyote kudharau kazi ya mwenzake. Sote tunachangia katika kutengeneza Kenya moja.
Further, President Ruto has said the police force should be at the forefront in tree planting, as he said the government is intending on planting over 10 million trees in Nairobi.
Nauliza wanajeshi, askari wetu wa polisi, askari wetu wa prison, wanaoishi hapa Nairobi, watusaidie kupanda miti milioni 10 hapa Nairobi, wakiungana na kaunti yetu ya Nairobi chini ya gavana wetu Mheshimiwa Sakaja. Nimemuuliza ya kwamba washirikiane na wizara yetu ya mambo ya mazingira vile vile na Kenya Forest Service. Mutapatiwa seedlings ama miche ya miti ndio mtusaidie kupanda miti hasa katika sehemu hii mnayoishi ya Eastlands.
On his side, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has urged the recruits not to engage in political issues but to focus on serving Kenyans in their work.
The President of the Republic of Kenya has pronounced himself not once, not twice, that he wants our security officers to perform their duties, to protect life and property, to maintain law and order, and to arrest offenders and charge them. And he does not want them to help him in managing politics.
Katika idara hii ya usalama, Mheshimiwa Rais, umeendelea kutuongoza na kutuelekeza na umetuambia jinsi unavyotaka kuona vikosi vyetu vya usalama wa nchi vikifanya kazi kulinda maisha na mali ya mwananchi, kutopendelea upande wowote, kutojiingiza katika siasa na kuwa waaminifu kwa katiba ya nchi yetu na sheria za nchi.
Edwin John Mokora, Lookuptv.
You're watching the news on Lookuptv. Into a short break. We'll be back in a bit.
Mwangi's Institute of Cosmetology. We are TVET and NITA approved training institute in the following courses: School of Hairdressing and Beauty Therapy, School of Fashion Design, Event Management and Decoration, School of Interior Design and Beadwork, School of Advanced Nail Technology, and School of Makeup Artistry. We are located at Kim's Plaza, Equity Bank Building, 4th floor, Oginga Odinga Street, Eldoret. Call us on 0715-046-499 or email us at Mwangi's Cosmetology Institute@gmail.com. Mwangi's Institute of Cosmetology, empowering tomorrow's generation today.
Do you need a dose of hope? If so, you are in the right place. We think of ourselves around here as hope dealers, delivering truth, power, and inspiration to hearts and minds all over the world. If nothing else has worked for you, why not give the God thing a try? For it's in the presence of God that you'll find everything that you need. Amen.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
A very small percentage of people can protect what the future holds. Mahiga Homes has a track record that speaks for itself. With 5.95 million, you can get a 3-bedroom flat roof bungalow at Golden Park, Juja. We've handed over 9 estates and the 10th handover is coming soon. Your dream home is just a step away.
A man who allegedly killed his son over a domestic dispute in Kisii South has surrendered to police in Gisonzo before being arraigned before Kisii Senior Resident Magistrate Paul Mutai. And this was Sebastian Matundura, aged 60, from Britanda village, who allegedly murdered Peter Matundura, aged 29.
Yes, proceed. Na inasemekana ni wewe mwenyewe ulijipeleka kwa police station, na wewe ndio baba wa huyo Sebastian Matundura. Polisi wanaendelea na uchunguzi kwa sasa. Wanaomba siku 7 wamalize uchunguzi. Hii ni pamoja na kufanya postmortem, kupimwa kwa akili, mental assessment, na pia kurecord statement kutoka kwa washahidi, na vile vile waone kama watapata ile kifaa ambayo ilitumika kufanya mauaji. Uko na pingamizi kwa maombi yao?
In the day's sport, head coach of the Kenya rugby team, Demaine McGrath, has announced Shuja's squad for the New Zealand-Australia Rugby Sevens Series. Alvin Otieno and Brian Tanga will make a return to the squad. The 13-man team will depart Friday this week for the 4th and 5th leg of the